Welcome back. Previously, we were discussing in detail the various cases relating to arithmetic mean, its merits and demerits. Let us discuss some of the measures that comes under central tendency. The next measure, median. Just like an arithmetic mean, median is also an important measure that comes under the measures of central tendency. Median is the value of that item which occupies the central position when the items are arranged in ascending or descending order of their magnitude. Actually, whenever you are given a series of items or a series of values, median means the middle value. Just like the name suggests, median is something that is in the middle of that series. So, in order to find the middle value, whenever details are given, you need to arrange that specific details in any of the order. It may be in ascending order or a descending order. Once you have made the proper arrangement, or whether it is arranged in ascending or descending order, then you need to find the middle value, and that middle value is known as the median of that series. Therefore, median is the value of that item which has equal number of items above and below. It will be quite natural because if you are selecting the middle number, there will be numbers that will be equal to the left hand side as well as the right hand side of that particular item. That is the number of items greater than median and the number of items less than median. So it will be equal. Thus, we can say that median is a positional average because it is a middle value that divides the series into equal parts. One half containing the greater than median value, the other half containing the values less than the median value. So remember, whenever you are dealing with a median situation, you need to arrange that median or the details given in the question in ascending or descending order, and that step has to be done only in the case of an individual series. We will be discussing that part during the explanation of various series. As I have just mentioned earlier, it is a distinct form of the arithmetic mean which is calculated from the value of every item in the series. The median is what is called the positional average, just mentioned now. The term position refers to the place of the value in the series. Usually it will be placed in the middle of the arrangement. So let us discuss about the various series that comes under median. First one, just like the arithmetic mean which we have studied, there are three cases: individual series, discrete series, as well as continuous series. As just like the arithmetic mean, in individual series you will be given a series of value which is represented as x. So whenever you are dealing with an individual series, remember, in case of a median, if it is an individual series, you need to arrange the values in the data in ascending or descending order of their magnitude. You have to arrange in order, certain order. You usually try to follow an increasing trend order and find out the value of the middle item. The value of the middle, the number that comes to the middle of that series. It is known as the median of that series, and it is also called the size of that n plus 1 by 2th item. N plus 1 by n plus 1 by 2 the item. The equation for finding the median in an individual series is n plus 1 by 2. So, how we are going to find the median of a series? Let us try an example. Here a series is given. Go through the series, whether it is given in an ascending certain order, whether it is in ascending or descending order. That is the most important thing that has to be kept in mind while dealing with a case of a median. See, if you go through the question, you can see that it is not in an arranged form. So first of all, you need to make the proper arrangement. Try to follow an increasing trend pattern. That will be quite easy to do. So this is the arrangement. This is the actual arrangement that has been made on the basis of details given in the question. So once you have made the arrangement, the equation for finding the median is n plus 1 by 2. N means small n means number of items. See, if you go through the details given in the question, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 items. So 11 plus 1 divided by 2, you will get 6. Remember, 6 doesn't mean that 6 is the median. 6 means you have to go for the 6th item. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here the 6th item is 26. So 26 is the median of the series given in the question. This is how you have to deal with an individual series where you are asked to find the median. Remember the equation, and the most important part is not only the equation, you need to remember to arrange the series that is given in the question. You have to arrange the series in ascending or descending order. Remember to put the order in proper manner. Once you have arranged that it is in proper order, then you have to use the equation. Remember, the value that is generated from that equation is not the answer, that is just the position of that value. Here 6 means you have to go for the 6th item. The 6th item is 26. So this is how you have to deal with the median in case of an individual series. Next one, calculate median. A series is given, it is quite easy. It is not in a proper order. First of all, you need to make the arrangement. So in arrangement, you can see that 23, 35, 40. So it is in ascending order. So as usual, our main equation is n plus 1 by 2, and here n. If you go through the equation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So n is 10. 10 plus 1 divided by 2, you will get 5.5. That is 5.5th item. 5.5 item. Can you identify the 5.5th item? If it was a 5th item, you can easily identify. If it was a 6th item, you can easily identify. How you are going to find 5.5th item? That means 5.5th item. It is impossible. In that case, you need to make one more step, that is, in order to find the size of 5.5th item, it is very simple. 5.5th means the number or the position of the number was between 5th item and 6th item. It is quite natural. 5.5 means it will be between 5 and 6. So you need to take the average of those two values. Those two values means 5th item plus 6th item divided by 2. And remember, just go through the arranged series. Go for the 5th item and 6th item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th item is 50. 50 plus 6th item is 52. 50 plus 52 divided by 2, 51. So the median in this case is 51. And you might be confusing that how the hell the 51 is taken from this series. Because in the series there was no number like 51. Then how can we say that 51 is the mean? It is just an assumption. Whenever you come across a situation like this where you get a decimal value, you need to do like this. 5.5 means 5th item plus 6th item. If it was 7.5, it is 7th item plus 8th item divided by 2. So this is how you have to find. So you will get a number that will not be there in the series. It doesn't matter. Whenever you come across a situation like this, you need to find out the median like this. So this is how you need to find the median in case of individual series. So let us find out the another set of series, that is discrete series. And as we have mentioned, in case of arithmetic mean, we all know what is the difference between individual as well as discrete series, and it is quite easy. In discrete series there will be frequency. So the equation for finding the median in case of a discrete series is n plus 1 by 2, the same equation which we have discussed in the case of individual series in a median, but the difference is that in individual series the n was small n, in this case the n is capital N. Capital N represents the total of frequency, because in discrete series there will be frequency and n is represented by sigma f. I hope you know how to find the total of n or total of f, and we have discussed that part in the arithmetic mean. The methods and the somewhat the principles may be the same, but the equation and computation is different. And how you are going to find the discrete series. Remember, in discrete series, in order to find out the median value, the question you will be given x and f. Once you have written down the x and f in the corresponding table, you need to find CF. CF means cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency means you have to add together each individual frequencies for each number of items which you are going on. In the first frequency, the number will be like this, but when you come to the second value, the cumulative frequency means you need to add the first two frequencies. If you are going for the third value, the frequency will be the given, and the CF will be, or the cumulative frequency will be the number which is got by adding together all the three values. That is how you have to find the cumulative frequency. And why we are finding out cumulative frequency, we will be discussing that part during the computation section. Next one, continuous series. As we have mentioned in case of arithmetic mean continuous series, you will be given a class and a frequency. And on the base of class, you need to find the mid-x, and it is quite familiar to the method which we have followed in case of arithmetic mean. But in case of median, there is one peculiarity. There is an equation for finding the continuous series. As I have mentioned earlier, in case of continuous series, the class will be given, frequency will be given. On the base of class, you need to identify the mid-x. Once you have find the mid-x and frequencies, remember you need to find cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is a peculiar method that is followed in case of a median. Usually in case of a discrete as well as continuous. You need not have to find cumulative frequency in the individual series of a median. Once you have found the cumulative frequency, you need to use the equation n divided by 2 to identify the which class has to be selected. And why we are selecting a particular class? Because in continuous series, in order to find the median, there is a separate formula is there for finding out the median. And in order to use that formula, you need to identify the particular class. Once you identify the particular class, you will be substituting the necessary values in this equation so as to find the median. You may find it confusing because in theoretical aspect, you may not be getting the clear picture regarding the computation. Don't worry about anything. Just understand the various concepts. There is an equation. There is another equation here also. Remember these equations. We will be discussing in detail during the problem areas. Here the equation is L1 plus n by 2 minus Cf divided by f into C. We will be discussing each variables. L1 means lower limit of a median class. It is very easy. Just remember a class 10 to 20. Which one is the lower value, 10 or 20? 10 is the lower value. L1 means lower limit of a class. Next one, n. As we have discussed earlier, n is the total of frequency, and Cf means cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency, and for the computation using this equation, the cumulative frequency value is quite different during the computation. We will be discussing that part during the problem area. Don't worry about it. Cf represents cumulative frequency. 2, we all know what is meant by 2. And f means the frequency of that particular median class. As I have mentioned earlier, in order to use this equation, you need to identify the median class, and the frequency of that median class is known as f. And finally, C means the interval of the median class. As I have mentioned earlier, Remember in class 10 to 20. What is the interval of that median class? That is the difference between 10 and 20. That will be 10. That is the interval of median class. We will be discussing in detail each and every variables and problem areas and adjustment cases while dealing with computation areas. So we will be discussing about the various comprehensive problems while dealing with various cases regarding the median. So that's all for today. Thank you.